What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Nerdy Mark channel. I am Sid the Nerdy Mark, and today I have your review of NXT and 205 Live. Now, before we begin, a couple of quick things. The first thing I wanted to really talk about was the vignette that we got, and that was, of course, with Jon Moxley, the former Dean Ambrose, who, of course, has officially left WWE and whatnot, and pretty much has left a huge crater in the main roster. Jon Moxley has cut a little vignette, kind of signifying that he is coming back very, very soon. The vignette itself featured Moxley escaping a prison, which I guess is symbolic for WWE. Dog chasing him, I don't know if that symbolizes Roman. Then he, of course, jumps the fence, gets caught on the barbed wire, and he just pulls on the barbed wire and he kind of wraps it around his arm, which looks super badass. I'll leave a link to the promo in the description below, but I did want to say that I'm really excited to see what Moxley has in store. Is he going to go to AEW? Is he going to go to Impact, Japan, Ring of Honor? I don't know. Wherever he goes, I'm excited to see what's next for Moxley. I have a lot of dream matches that I do have for him, so really quick, just off the top of my head, I'd love to see Jon Moxley take on Sami Callihan, maybe him and Joey Janela, Pentagon, Jimmy Havoc, and maybe Moxley and Darby Allin. So those are some superstars that I would love to see. Those are some matches that I would, dream matches for me, for Jon Moxley. Now, if there are any matches that you would like to see, leave them in the description below. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is, if you checked on my Instagram as of late, I have been posting a couple of videos, and I posted a couple of fantasy booking videos on there. I do like the avenue of fantasy booking. I like to explore that. Even though I may not do it here on the main channel, I do want to kind of leave it on Instagram for now. Definitely go check out those videos if you haven't already, and if you have any ideas, leave them over there. I have two of them out already. One of them is booking the women's title picture for both Raw and SmackDown after Money in the Bank, and another one was the fabled Roman Reigns heel turn. So hope you guys check it out, and I hope you guys enjoy. But with that out of the way, let's dive right in to this week's WWE Network shows, starting with NXT. NXT does begin with the Forgotten Sons taking on the team of Humberto Carrillo, Oney Lorcan, and Danny Burch. See, I called this one. And this was a fine match. I didn't think it was anything like amazing, but it was really good for what it was. Lorcan and Cutler do start it off, and Lorcan starts off pretty hot in the beginning, which was fantastic. I love Lorcan's just hard-hitting and just aggressive offense and speed as well. That agility that he has as well is impeccable. Carrillo did hit an Aztec drop onto Murphy, but then Murphy had already tagged in Riker, which Carrillo didn't see, and Riker came in and spinebustered the hell out of Carrillo. There's a point where Carrillo is getting murdered by all the Forgotten Sons. Burch did have some hard-hitting offense. There was even a point where Danny Burch did get surrounded by all three Forgotten Sons, mainly because of a miscommunication between Humberto Carrillo and Oney Lorcan. And he does fight back, but it doesn't really help. Carrillo does try to come in to help, but to no avail. Forgotten Sons hit a triple team onto Burch and Humberto Carrillo to win the match. So who is there on NXT that can face off against the Forgotten Sons? I guess time will tell. Next up, we did have Dominik Dijakovic taking on Mansoor in a surprisingly competitive match. I thought this was going to be a squash, but no, it actually went on for quite a bit of time. Nothing much to really talk about here. It still was short, but I will talk about one spot that I really enjoyed. I loved Mansoor, where at one point Dominik Dijakovic was on one knee. Mansoor jumped on Dominik's leg and hit an enziguri off of his leg. That looked really, really cool. However, Dominik Dijakovic does win the match with the Feast Your Eyes finisher, kicks Mansoor out of the ring, and he is interrupted by the Velveteen Dream. That's right, Velveteen Dream comes out to respond to Dijakovic's words from last week, and he does this by singing his own version, albeit badly, the Star Spangled Banner, and it was really cool. I loved it. This was fantastic. I think this was the best promo that Velveteen Dream has ever got. He's amazing on the mic, but this just proves how fantastic he really is. This feud is developing a lot of intrigue in me and a lot of interest. I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes from here. And finally, it is time for the debut of Kushida, the Time Splitter. Kushida, of course, is taking on Kassius Ohno for his first match in NXT. Kassius Ohno, who has now moved on to NXT UK, will never miss an opportunity to break one of Brilliant Regal's shiny new toys. So he is here to teach Kushida a lesson, I guess. Ohno shows a little disrespect. He refuses to shake Kushida's hand. He starts off strong, keeps Kushida down, takes him to Rest Hold City. Kushida does come back for a little bit with an enziguri and a dropkick, but Ohno did counter with an amazing looking sit-out facebuster, so that was cool. Ohno does draw blood from Kushida, so Kushida does bleed. It looked, I was like, wow, his first match and he's already bleeding. Holy crap. Kushida does hit a wind-up punch to counter the knockout elbow, which apparently is a tribute to a Japanese baseball player, as mentioned by Mauro Ranallo. If you know who that baseball player is, leave it in the comments below as well. Kushida does win his debut match against Kassius Ohno with the hoverboard lock, which is his variation of the Kimura lock, and it looks really, really cool, so I'm excited for that. But yeah, Kushida does win his debut match in NXT. Congratulations, welcome to NXT. Looking forward to big, big things from the Time Splitter himself. 205 Live does begin with tag team action. We have Lince Dorado and Grand Metalik taking on Sunil and Samir Singh of the Singh brothers. That's right, Jinder Mahal's old cronies. Looks like he's cut them loose. So this was not a bad match. I didn't care too much for it, to be honest with you. It was alright. It was good. We had some cool spots here, like an amazing looking assisted bulldog by the Lucha House Party onto one of the Singh brothers. We have an amazing looking gun stun by Lince Dorado. I always like it when he does it. I know it's called something else, but I'm just going to keep calling it the gun stun. Come at me, bro. Metalik does tag himself in later on. Hits an amazing looking tilt-a-whirl onto Sunil, which looked fantastic. And a beautiful reverse sling blade, almost rivaling that of Pentagon. Good double super kick by the Singh bros. Young Bucks are going to file a lawsuit. The match ends, however, though, with Metalik walking on the top rope and hitting an elbow drop onto Sunil, and then Dorado following up with a beautiful 450 splash, and the Lucha House Party pick up the W once again, and the Singh Bros, I guess, welcome back to 205 Live? I don't know. So we'll see where this goes from here. And finally, we do have our second match and our main event for 205 Live, and this is, of course, Drew Gulak taking on the Cruiserweight Champion, Tony Nese. This was an awesome match, which you absolutely need to watch. We begin the match with Nese getting into an arm twist by Drew Gulak, but he gets out of it by kicking Gulak's arm, which looked great. We do have Arya Daivari watching the match from the comfort of his very expensive looking locker room. Nese with a variety of kicks onto Gulak, which looked great, and follows up with a huge gnarly looking right onto Gulak. Hits a beautiful looking plancha to Drew, which was fantastic. Nese tries to go hit a springboard move, but Gulak does pick him off with an arm drag, so that was really, really awesome. Gulak then power slams Nese onto the apron. That looked really, really painful. Gulak even hit a GTS onto Tony Nese, but he doesn't hit him on the face. He hits him where it really hurts. That's right, he hits him on his beautifully precious looking abs. Nese does come back afterwards with an open palm strike and follows up with a Hurricane Rana off the second rope and tweaks the right knee a little bit. Nese then also counters a Gulak with a flip and takes Gulak onto the outside of the ring with him, where he proceeds to murder the hell out of Drew Gulak. Then Gulak does try to get in the ring, but yeah, that's when Nese kind of pulls him out and destroys the man. Nese hits a huge pump handle driver. It hits a huge pump handle driver onto Drew Gulak. Gulak then hits another one of those GTSs off of the springboard onto Nese's lovely abs once again. We do have Gulak doing a lot more top rope moves these days, despite the fact that he advocates for a no-fly zone. But then again, I think it kind of makes sense because he's supposed to be like a politician, and, you know, politicians are supposed to be hypocritical. Gulak does dodge a 450 splash by Nese and gets Nese into the Gulak, which he, of course, kicks out of. And then Nese does hit a German onto the bottom rope to Gulak. Hits it twice, finally hitting the running Nese onto Drew Gulak, and wins the match. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Again, showing why Nese is very deserving of the Cruiserweight Championship. If you did not watch this match, please do yourself a favor. I'm going to say this right now. 205 Live is putting on classics every week, I would argue. All their matches, all their main events are absolute bangers, and you should absolutely watch them all. So anyway, that pretty much concludes my thoughts on 205 Live. So overall, I thought both shows were just absolutely fantastic. I thought they pretty much equaled in quality for me this week. NXT had some really cool stuff going on with the progression of the North American title picture, as well as the debut of Kushida against Kassius Ohno. That was definitely match of the night for me, so that was great stuff. There are a lot of matches that I could see for Kushida as well. He and Johnny Gargano absolutely need to have a match. I think he and Adam Cole, Bebe, need to have a match. Bebe, Roderick Strong, anybody from all the Undisputed Era guys. From even bigger guys, I could even see him having a match with Keith Lee, because he's a high flyer in his own right, so that would be pretty cool. Anyway, those are some matches I'd like to see for Kushida. If you have any ideas for Kushida matches, leave them in the comments below as well. As far as 205 Live is concerned, absolutely Drew Gulak versus Tony Nese. Absolutely amazing match. Loved it. Really excited to see Arya Daivari versus Tony Nese in the near future. I'm thinking it is going to be Money in the Bank, which would make a lot of sense anyway. So yeah, those are my thoughts on 205 Live and NXT. So that pretty much concludes my review of NXT and 205 Live. Let me know what you guys thought about both shows in the comment section below. Also, be sure, as I mentioned on the top, follow me on social media, especially now that I'm doing these fantasy bookings, because I do want to do more of them, but I want to do them based on fan requests. So please do request one if you have an idea, and I will do it for you. But until next time, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, and tell your friends about the Nerdy Mark. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. This is Sid, signing off. You guys take care. Bye-bye.